Okay, so the games have started. My co-host will be in soon. Um, but give me a second. Let me just post these links. Okay. Forgive the lag. Oh, Brandon will be very interested to see this game because okay, we are back. That was crazy. That was um what's happening? I think it's cause oh boy, not again. Sorry about this. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because of the Discord. It doesn't usually do this, but today it's really. I'll have to tell Brandon to yeah, I have to tell Brandon about this because yeah, it's eating things up. Okay, this might not be the problem, but I think sharing the screen is the problem. Anyways, sorry about that. Let me just share this. We'll be done. I hope if it disconnects again, I'll either think it's from my PC or from something else. But yeah, we have this night off. Sorry, is it night off? What's it called? What is this called again? It's not a night off. It's called give me a second. It's called what's it called again? Okay, let me go off on this. Damn, that's crazy. Are we okay? Until Brandon comes in, I won't really know if we are fine. But yeah, I'm trying to. Yes, the Nimzo. Yes, the Nimzo. I was saying night off. Yeah, we are having a Nimzo. We are starting with Clinton's game first. I didn't know Discord would really like hurt my PC like this, delaying this e4 move. I mean, you can play whatever you want. Maybe he's planning to go like c5 at some point. I mean, it's all up to you. I'm still disconnecting. It's all up to you. Yeah, I was doing some screen sharing, but it seems to be affecting the stream, so I had to stop it. Sorry. That's what happens when you have a bad PC. Knight f3. I don't really know this line that well. I mean, if I was playing as black, I would have instantly gone like knight f6 e6 with the idea of going like d5. I would have gone that idea instantly, but for some reason, black is playing it a little bit differently. That's why I'm wondering if c5 is actually a move in this kind of position. Turning on the engine. It's adds another layer. This is going to be an interesting stream. Okay, let me cancel other stuff. Just to make this better. Anything that's using the internet is really hurting me right now. Okay. Are we back? Okay, it seems smooth now. So let's quickly look at Hasford's game. Okay, whoa, already. d4, d5, knight f3, knight f6, c4. Okay, everybody's playing this now. c6, knight c3, takes a4. Okay, so a similar kind of position that Clinton had, but he tries to stop it immediately. And I think he will go e4 or e3. Okay, almost similar to what Clinton played yesterday. Pawn takes, bishop comes in, castles, castles, and then the game goes on from here. I mean, you can always come in here. Bishop takes may not be necessary. What you might want to try and do again, I'm always pointing out this e4 idea, but it may not be useful here. I don't know if you'd want to push for this idea. I'm not really for it. Oh, we see the same idea from Clinton. Maybe this will not work. Going e4, knight back to go e4 may not make any sense. I don't know if you'd want to bring the bishop back and trade off the bishops. But normally when you want to attack this pawn structure, you normally go like c4. You use the pawns on c4 and d4 to kind of break up this. But that's not what we are having in this position. h6 is a slow move. I think you want to like do something with your bishop or something. You want to do something with something, right? I looked at queen here briefly and I was wondering, like, what are you really aiming for? Because pawn push is not, I don't think that's what you're aiming for. Possibly maybe you're looking at if bishop takes, then you can bring your rook in here and have pressure on this side of the board. It's possible that's what one of the things he's also thinking about. Pawn push holding. Is knight to a3, a2 a move, a1, a2 a move. Knight to a2, a5, takes. If you take, he takes, or if you take, he takes this way. And this is going to be a thorn in your side. So it's a possible plan you can try and go for, but I don't know how practical of a move it is. Again, sorry for the disconnections. It's because I'm dual streaming. It's eating up a lot of my processor. So yeah. Hopefully we get a new laptop, a stronger laptop that can handle all this. This laptop can't. And I know the question then becomes, if your laptop can't really handle it, then why do you do it? I do it for you guys. Okay, how about e5 here? Does that make a difference? c5, e5, as he has played here. e5, d takes e5. Knight takes e5, knight takes e5. I think that would be a move, right? Here is what I'm saying. Takes is an idea you can go for. So maybe pawn push he might not take. But if he allows you to take, and isn't he creating a weakness here? Could this already be a good position for us? So I'm looking at d5. I'm looking at d5 and I'm looking at knight to a2. Maybe if you want rook to e1. If you want. What does the engine think about this position? Knight to h4, targeting the bishop. a5 is another move. And then d takes c6. But all the moves the engine recommends, I didn't even think about them. I thought about them, but I was like, for example, trading off here, I don't know the merit to doing that. So it remains to be seen. Can I close this? This might also be... This might also be what's slowing me down. Okay, so let me turn this one off. Okay, so now I'm not going to see much. Okay. So a5, knight h4, targeting the bishop. And knight, yeah, so those are the moves of the engine. I was personally looking at interesting things of like pawn push, which is bad. Again, I don't know what exactly it allows, because your opponent shouldn't take, in my opinion. Okay. Is this Clinton's game? Wait, Akpanda is playing as black, so we can flip the board here. I mean, we are all transposing into the exact same. I mean, that's why this is popular, right? These Queen's Gambit declined lines. Okay, play c6. If you've known, like if you've been watching the stream recently, I've been playing this a6 idea. And the point is, if your opponent plays this, you want to take bishop takes and you want to go here with this bishop coming in here. If you've been watching my streams, you notice that that's the idea I've been going for. But yeah, I'll be interested to see. C6. Queen c2. C6. Sorry, h6. And you probably just trade here. Maybe you want to combat this bishop ever coming in here, but it may not be so good of an idea. I feel like the bishop is not so active on this square. So maybe takes. Bishop is staring at this square. But most people would hold on, because you're kind of preventing your opponent from, like, you're kind of preventing your opponent from getting this square, right? And welcome everyone to the stream. It's good to have you with us. I'm Mason. My co-streamer will be joining us soon. Again, the lag is because of the Discord call I'm on with him right now, and that's what's slowing down my PC. But let's enjoy it for a little bit. It is all good. Okay, let's go back to Clinton's game. I was very... Oh, from Smart is the one playing. Bernard stepped out for this round. Interesting. Okay, so Clinton's game hasn't really progressed far. We still have this Nimzo, knight f3 and then c5. Again, that's how you combat these pawn structures. You want to unbalance your opponent's, or you want to deal with your opponent's strong center. This is the kind of way you want to go. So it makes good sense. It makes sense to me. Okay, good to have you. I had to turn off. Yeah, did you see my message? I had to turn off my sharing because it was like the net kept on disconnecting. Like I couldn't handle it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can't hear him right now. I've muted him, but you'll see him soon. My PC is trash, bro. Anyways, it just can't handle the high processes. Fine. Okay, let me see. I can use your natural camera. I can use your natural camera. So like the normal Discord camera, I can use that. Like the normal call, instead of just like sharing screen, you can just keep the cameras open if that's okay with you. Like your okay, so let me turn on this camera. Let me see. I don't know if it slows down anything. If it slows down anything, I'll let you know. Okay, good so far. Still not showing. Okay. But I'm a bit laggy. That sucks. Yeah, but I'm a bit laggy. Would you be okay with it? I mean, it's just my PC being dumb. That's about it. So yeah, saying my screen. Nah, it's still not showing yet. Still not showing. See. Okay. Yeah. Now you're in. Let me see. Give me a second, guys. I will plop him right in. This is going to be interesting. Okay. What's happening? Okay. There's some cropping on my side. I'm there. I'm just doing some slight cropping. Okay, you frozen? Okay, you're back. Yeah. Okay. This, I mean, the only problem here is my PC. That's it. It's or should we just turn off the cam, the co-host cam, and then just hear my voice? Yeah, yours also frozen for me. I'd have to do that during the break. I'd have to do that during the break because that would really mess up everything right now. So for now, I'll just turn off the camera. I'll turn you on, and then we can start from there. During the break, then we'll add up everything. What do you say? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's that bad. Let me switch this audio. Can you hear me? Okay, so just turning on your voice for the stream. Do you have the page open? Okay. So yeah. So during the breakdown, we'll try the twitch knock thing. Anyways, interesting positions are on the board. You'll be very interested to see some of these positions. Okay, we have bishop to g5. Let me see what Frimpong Smart is playing. Okay, this game hasn't really gone anywhere. Yeah, are you ready? Wait, what? Petrov? I'm not really a fan of the Petrov. As in, I don't really know the Petrov. What fancy line is this? Okay, Smart is playing as black here. What kind of fancy line is this? Okay, so I'm turning on. So are you on the Ghanaian games? No problem. D4, knight takes, D takes, D5, knight BD2, bishop to E7. And I don't know what's going on here. These are all scuffed lines for me. Whoa, I thought I turned this off. Okay, so after, wait, what happened here? Wait, so after castles, queen comes in, c5. He went knight a2, which was the move I was recommending. Knight a2, threatening this, because if your opponent allows you to take, that's like good for you. So I was thinking, I don't know how good of a move this is, but I was thinking this. Point being, like, if your opponent takes, then you have this option of either taking this way or taking this way, right? And I was trying to figure out what line would work best here. Wait, we have knight takes. Wait, but after knight comes in here, playing knight takes. I mean, you give your opponent this. Okay, no, it's not really an output, right? Because if knight takes, your opponent plays takes. And what do you do here? This? Man, this is really, like, you're really trying to push something here. I don't think that's what you want to go for. I won't be shocked if the engine likes such an idea. It says this is absolutely fine for black. The engine says this is actually fine for black. I don't think anyone in his right senses would want to keep this. Okay, so this is where we are. Knight takes b4. Back to Akwanda's game. Normally in these types of morning positions, c5 is not a good move. You would rather want to keep the pawn tension in case you want to like strike something here, right? So it remains to be seen what's going to be played. Knight bd7. I don't know. Okay. Okay, so you finally get bishop here. Sometimes you'd want to go here just to displace the bishop. It's a line I'm aware of. And I forget how it goes, how the line goes here. And that's the thing. Some lines like this where you create these risky positions, you have to know the theory before you actually play. I don't know if the theory like goes b5. I don't know if that's what you want to do here. But it's scary to kind of allow this to happen against you if you are playing as black, right? So I don't know, because again, like this is what I'm saying I don't really like, right? Because now there are ideas of this, you know. So I wonder which line he's going to go for here. I wonder which line he's going to go for here. Knight here doesn't really work. This move you could try, but for what, right? I don't think this makes any sense. Again, you're really trying to force it if you try something like this. Because I think your opponent can start off with this, maybe. Then after the king moves, then you can deal with this. So those are the moves I'm looking at. I'm looking at takes. C takes with b5. And maybe, I don't know, maybe rook e1 to divert the bishop here so that you can at least place the bishop on this diagonal. It's a very far-fetched plan, but maybe it's plausible. Maybe it's plausible. Wow, lots of people are live. Oh, 3 of them are other streamers, yeah. Four different chess channels live right now. Oh, we have d takes c. Okay, that move actually happened in the game. Nice. So we are expecting d takes c, bishop takes b5. Again, I'm not so confident in the lines that follow. I don't know if you actually have to take, allow this move and then go back. Okay, we have bishop takes and b5. Or is he going to now like play like knight here? I say knight here for a very dumb reason, but yeah. Every time I see these kind of pawn structures, I always think about the Scandinavian. We have knight d5. Interesting. I don't know how good this is because you are literally losing a good bishop, right? And I feel like the moment you do this, you are losing advantage as black, which is a big thing to say in the opening. For black to lose advantage in the opening is a real big deal. But you're losing advantage as black, and white is going to have a field day. Especially with this e4 move incoming. I don't know what the trick is. So let's say bishop takes. What's the trick? You can't tell me that you're trying to go in here. Then after takes, then takes. But I don't know if that's what you're planning, but I don't think it works. I just personally think this is bad. I mean, takes. I think I would take here first. I don't know. The position is pretty. This move doesn't look good. I mean, I understand the theory, but it doesn't look good. Hmm. Knight d5. Let's see. What does the engine think about knight d5? Engine suggests a6, b5, and b6, right? Knights. I mean, it's not like it's not a losing move, but the point is when you put 2 and 2 together, you wonder why a move is played, right? Because you have your pawns on light squares, which indicates that your dark squared bishop is your good bishop, right? It's your most active bishop as compared to this bishop. But to play knight here, initiating this trade, this is considered to be black's bad bishop, despite the fact that it's outside the pawn chain. So to go knight to d5, is problematic. Bishop to g3. I'm actually a little bit. I was thinking this trade actually makes the most sense here. Okay, maybe I have a one-dimensional thinking about this position. But doesn't this now allow like this move? Or maybe even this move? I don't get it. b5 might still be in the air. No, b5 may not be good now because b5, I think now is just bishop takes. Right? Because if you go back, then we can just keep pushing and your knight has to answer some questions, right? Takes maybe here. a5, bishop comes in. Engine doesn't like this. What am I missing? b5? That's cool. Okay, so I'm turning you in. Currently I'm on, what do you call it? I'm on the Akwanda Games, Ghana Akwanda game. Board 98. If you're on the Ghana section, board 98. Akwanda Francis Eric.
What's that name?
Anquanda Francis Eric. Yeah. 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 Okay, so you're on the stream now.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's Brandon.
So let's have a look at the opening.
Yeah.
Yep, knight of 3, knight of 6, c4. Okay. This is actually the exact same opening in the David Howell game.
Yeah. I'm
not exact same, but something very similar.
I haven't actually looked at that opening, but I realized that multiple games are looking like this, especially from the Ghanaian side. The exact same structure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, David Howe, Nikita, whatever his name is, Vitiguov, whatever you say his name, and Michael Adams all played a knight move as their first move. The only person who didn't play a knight move on the English team was Luke McShane, who played e5, and they're in the Sicilian right now. It's actually a really nice position.
I think the thing is, I realized, I used to not understand what players meant by flexibility, but you realize that you can transpose to a lot of different openings simply by starting knight to f6, because a lot of these openings have knights to f6. So rather than just let your opponent know definitively where you are going, knight to f6 makes a lot of sense, so I guess that's why they start that way. So
like
I wanted to look at this.
I'm just finding that all of these games are going to end up as a draw, really. Like,
well, that'll depend on their opponent, right? If your opponent knows the lines better than you, I think that's where the problem comes in. The knowledge aspect is what causes the problems. So the Akwanda game. You say what you were saying?
No. All I was going to say is that, like, obviously this game is going to be a bit tough, I'd say, for Anquanda. Is that how you say their name?
Yeah, Anquanda.
Yeah, because, like, obviously, like, you have to like, as much as they're an IM, you have to take in the rating difference and the skill difference. Like, you're facing a 2100 and you're only a 1950. Oh, actually, you're facing a 2200 technically.
Yeah.
So even there's gonna be huge. They might know the opening very well, but just them slight little pieces of knowledge that you know more than your opponent are going to be so crucial in games like these.
Well, what I'll say is, I personally, I think from my understanding, is that the Ghanaian players are underrated, right? Reason being, I mentioned this yesterday, that most people don't travel in Ghana for tournaments, so we are only playing ourselves. So the peak is literally the 2000s, so they could actually perform like a 2400 level, but they have a 1900 rating. So if you look at the ratings, you might be a little bit misled. So I doubt Akwanda is on the 1900 level. I'll put him 2200. Recently he has dwindled a bit, so 2200, 2300 maybe is where I'll put him at, because he even drew a 2400
also once
yesterday.
just your mic is a bit laggy.
Damn it. Okay.
On Discord, at least.
On Discord, yeah, I'm using both the same mic for Discord as well. Yeah, the Discord, because I'm using the same mic on two places, I think that's why the Discord mic is messing up. Can I switch? Let me see if I can switch the mic on the Discord.
All good.
Yeah.
One thing I would definitely suggest you get is a voice meter, so you're able to put two mics through one output, or the same mic through one output. It sounds much better.
Oh.
Okay, so Bishop E2, like I was definitely expecting that type of move, but I was expecting maybe Bishop D3 a bit more. I don't know why. Like Bishop E2, I kind of get it, because like in the future you're gonna put your knight in the center or move it away. You might play a move like Bishop F3. But like I feel like in this position, like let's have a quick look. Yeah, I feel like Bishop D3 would have been a better square, because then you're able to attack maybe E4 a bit easier. E4 could have been a bit more defended, you know.
Yeah, but the problem with this e4 move is like the problem with bishop to d3 now is that your opponent simply plays knight to b4, and that's what you don't actually want to see, right? After b5 bishop to d3, you have knight to b4, forking the queen and the bishop.
I was actually. Yeah, so yeah, if bishop d3, if bishop d3, there's knight b4. Then according to the engine, you actually had the best move actually. Stand at all.
But what do you say the move was? Bishop check, right?
Those moves are. Yeah, bishop check, then king h8. Then instead of moving the queen away to it, it's like attack the knight or something. You play queen b1. Then after g6, bishop takes, pawn. Incredibly weak, and it's pretty strong. It could be a strong attack, like maybe in the future. So maybe what you could do is maybe put the queen back to e4. And let's say they play, I don't know, queen over to like g8, put the two pieces in the center. You like they could play e5, like knight e5 now. Obviously, get in the center, and if knight takes, then just bishop takes.
Yeah, but I don't know.
That's all.
Again, that's engine lines. I don't know if a human being would actually be safe with that kind of complication. Do you think someone would see that far? I don't think I would see that far.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's a bit too far fetched, but like as I said, I'm very much like as like me. I love causing disturbances in the position and making like realistically in a game like this, you kind of have to cause an imbalance at some point. Like realistically, you don't want to draw, but obviously, if you want, like, you know, yeah. So something happened in my game over here.
Which game?
In the English game, just having. I'm having a quick look. I want to have a look at this game. We played the Sicilian. So that game hasn't really happened anything. That game I predicted everything to happen. So it is David Howe's game versus Hernandez Guerrero with Gilberto.
Give me a second.
So that'd be board 34.
Yeah.
So yeah, so like the way that once again everyone in this event seems to just be playing knight f3 or knight f6. So obviously we go into the obviously right now it's the English opening.
Yeah.
But it's a transition into the King's Indian attack.
Yeah, and
obviously Coulson played this at. On.
I was just talking about the pawn structure. It looks like a Maroxy band at this point.
Yeah. So guy in my chat, he said no think it's a version of the King's Indian. Basically, yeah. So obviously this is all like all ideas. And then the one move that I didn't really understand here was f3, but like, you know, I'm guessing you're going to try build up the attack on the king side. It's like, you know, just try build like a strong attack or just kind of like just neutralize the center, you know.
Yeah.
Because once this center is neutralized, then you can just start doing things with your rook, because the rook is no longer tied down to the defense of the pieces. Well, really, it wasn't really tied down anyway because his bishop and the knight was defending it. But yeah.
I don't know. I've recently been studying pawn structures, and I'm specifically looking at the pawn structures and trying to see the ideas and the pawn, like the ideas related to the pawn structures and how they are playing the position. And this is slightly different, right? Because normally one of the aims is to play b5, b4 here with this whole structure. But it seems like b5 is not even being played at any point. He still seems to be holding the position. Maybe I don't remember the lines too well, but that's what I remember. And you basically try and break through on the queen side. I mean, that's where the pawn structure is basically trying to tell you to go towards the queen side. But I don't know. I'm still interested in seeing where this plan goes. I don't think c5 here is a good idea because the knight jumps in. I'm on move 13.
Yeah, so the idea that I'm maybe considering for this position after f3 is maybe play like I was either thinking c6 or knight back to obviously like after knight back to c6 or knight back to e3 or e6. Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah,
that did happen in the game. Then bishop e3, knight takes, bishop takes. So I guess now that what they want to play is maybe bishop e6. Because after bishop e6, bishop f1 obviously defending the pawn. Then now you can start playing c6. Because obviously you already know that. Go on.
like bishop f1, maybe not now. You always have b3, unless of course you are saying that he's going to go for that queen side push. Beyond that, I think the pawn is quite fine there. Oh, he plays your move, bishop e6.
Yeah.
But let's see. I don't think bishop f1
Did they play it?
Is where, yeah. Bishop f1 to defend the pawn. I feel like you're really trying too much there.
Yeah. So okay. So
bishop f1.
also knight d5 could be a move.
Knight d. Yeah,
actually,
yeah,
no,
knight
knight d5 c6. So it doesn't really work.
Yep. But c6 you take first, right? And then you have b5 still. Sorry, you have queen c2 b5. Right. So knight, like let's say knight d5
True.
c6.
True. Okay.
You can capture. You can do the trade there if you do want. Then queen c2. You can trade off. Then queen c2.
Yeah.
And then b5. And I think.
So the moves I was considering. Oh, gone.
Yeah. And my point is simply we are still trying to break on the queen or do something on the queen side. And I think eventually you get like f4, f5, and maybe the bishop is more useful on the g2 on the h1 a8 diagonal than on f1. That's what I'm calculating.
Yeah. So the idea of what I was thinking about bishop f1 now, bishop f1, c6, obviously stop d5, queen d2, then maybe the move like a6, you're just preparing the move like b5 potentially. But like then maybe like that's what I was thinking. You could slide off over to the d file. They're gonna play b5, c takes, a takes, obviously open up this file, a3, then maybe like a move like queen b8. Because they obviously whenever you push this pawn in the center, you're gonna be attacking this g pawn too. So you could be like just opening the center, just kind of like breaking it open.
Give me a second.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just got sent a message on something.
Oh, okay. So, guy in the chat says bishop e3 will attack the d6 pawn and the h6 pawn. So, yeah, so at what point do you mean?
Give me a second.
Bishop e3 attack the d6 pawn and the h6 pawn. Obviously, it's attacking that. After queen b8. Queen b8, okay. Queen b8. Yeah, so here.
Hello?
So bishop e3 is what you're saying. Here. Hmm. Queen B8. Ooh. No. I'm not awake. Okay. So, okay. So I took my here because I'm a big bishop e3 right here. Bishop e3. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So all good, all good. The only issue. Yeah, so okay, but Guy, but the thing is, they don't have to play d5. They can play a move. Bishop d3, bishop e3, rook c1. And what you want to do, like, you can actually do anything you want. You could do a move like b4 to break it, like open everything. Like realistically, like you don't have to play their moves instantly. You know, like this bishop is gonna be a big pain in the ass. The h6 pawn is still attacked, so let's say you move it away. Okay, so you could just do h5 here now if you
Wait, which game are you
wanted.
on?
Then what?
Which game are you on? Like,
Still
what
same
moves are you
game.
actually
So
doing?
like, okay, so from what me and Guy were talking about, so what we discussed. So after e6,
Bishop e6.
bishop f1, c6.
C6.
Yeah. Bishop e6,
Yeah.
c6, queen d2, a6, rook ad1, b5, c takes b5, a takes b5, a3, queen b8, bishop e3 is what the move Guy suggested. Then I said bishop b3. So rook c1, h5. Then Guy said knight e2 here.
Wait, I'm on a3. After the trade, a3.
A3,
Yeah.
queen b8.
Queen d8. Okay.
Bishop e3.
Bishop e3. Sorry, wrong move. Bishop e3. Okay.
Then bishop b3.
Bishop b3.
Rook c1.
Rook c1.
h5.
h5.
Then knight e2.
Okay. Knight e2.
Then yeah, this is what Guy suggested.
Bro.
Personally, I don't like it. Like, I don't think it's good.
I mean,
Because okay, so let's say play d5 now.
yeah.
So I was thinking if d5 now, you could do rook takes. Then if you can't take back because then you lose pawns and your position opens up terribly. So then you could do rook b, queen c7. Okay, you guys said instead of knight c6, knight d4. Then queen takes g3 check. Now, do you want to do like G? What do you want to do? Queen G2? Or do you want to do like H1? Yeah.
This line is a little bit too complex for me.
Yeah. So like, guy missed something, but it's all good. Okay, so we actually had Queen D3 here. Okay. So now we have Queen D3. expect that. So queen d3. Maybe he could have started attacking with like g5.
That's a very scuffed position.
Oh, sorry, like Gilberto Hernandez. So you have to restart. You have to like refresh the page, I believe, if you want like the new pawn. It's on move 15.
Yeah, queen d3 is what he played.
Yes. So I'm thinking of how black could respond. Just g5. Like you could do g5, sorry, g5, knight e2, then maybe like knight d7. Knight d7. Yeah, I'm still thinking g5. I'm not sure actually. How about rook a d1? Just control the center, maybe. What do you think?
Let me come in. Let me do something on my stream. Give me a second. We are back, guys. Again, sorry for how the stream went. I like as I was here, like one of the reasons why I wanted to stream with Brandon is he has like very good lines. Like I really like the lines he puts out, and I was thinking it would be a good experience for us to like stream together so that we can talk about it. But my PC sucks. That's one, and two. I don't know if internet is a problem, but we get about I think 50 megabytes per second, which is pretty slow, right? And for what I'm trying to do with a PC of 2.25 gigahertz and what do you call it, and such stats, I think my PC cannot handle it because the moment I move my mouse, things starts going on wrong. But that was what happened. But we are back, and I'm going to be solo until maybe I can figure out a way to co-stream because I have co-streamed with Maxwell. And I think because he wasn't streaming, it went on well. So we'll figure out what to do. But in the meantime, I'll be streaming solo. I really wish I could co-stream, but I mean, with time, we will definitely be co-streaming with Brandon a lot more. So going back to the games, we had this interesting lines that were being played. Majority of the Ghanaians seem to be playing the exact same line, which is this like Queen's Gambit declined line. Again, even I personally, should I keep that a secret? I personally have gotten very interested in the Queen's Gambit declined, and I've been learning it for a while now, right? So seeing everybody play the Queen's Gambit declined, maybe we all have the same mindset. I think it gives you the most chance in high level play, right? I think it's one of the openings that gives you a lot of chance in high level play, since other openings have been sort of like analyzed to death, right? So we had this whole variation here again, similar to what Clinton faced, except Clinton, I think he played here first and allowed his opponent to go for this e5 move. I think that's what Clinton went for in the game. Okay, turn this off. Let me turn this one to off. Yeah. And I think that's what Clinton did, and that's how his game went. And then I think here he played this. He played a4, and then this is what happened yesterday. But in this game, Hasford goes for a different route. He preemptively stops this whole b5 maneuver, and now we get a similar position, except the difference between today's position and then Clinton's position is this b5 push, or this b5 pawn push. So we have bishop takes, bishop to b4, castles, queen to b3, and then c5. And here we're looking at multiple lines, including knight to a2. And we spoke about takes. He took with a knight. Here I was saying, isn't there a problem with takes? But then after takes, there's knight here, which is very funny that this is actually an okay move to play. Can you get a quick draw with this? No, because you can't go back. So here you go a5, and now you have a safety square for your knight. Chess. I don't know why we play this game sometimes. Right here. So what happened in the actual game? After knight takes, let me promote this line. I want to promote it to main line. So after knight takes, where is that? This is far forward. So after knight takes here. He did play knight to c2. That's interesting. I thought he wouldn't play because it looks stupid, but anyways. Rook a2, knight d7, queen c3, a5, b3, and I'm liking this position for white. I kid you not. I still think this was really going too far, and Aquanda seems to be proving this. Here the knight is going to jump back, and then you have this move immediately putting pressure here. I don't know how that works because your opponent can stop it at any point. So I don't know. So knight b4, he plays the rook first. Okay, puts in pressure. Queen comes in. He trades off and jumps his knight into the central squares. You can facilitate something on the queen side if you so do, please. Or if you do so, please. However that statement goes. Knight e4. I'm still lagging a bit. Wonder why. Okay. Rook dd1. Bishop to g6. Now he finally makes his bishop a little bit active, but here the engine doesn't like his idea. Again, is it because of this move? No, it's not. Maybe he was afraid of the knight coming in here, but the knight couldn't really do anything on that square. Is the problem the fact that he's losing this pawn? So what was the engine recommending here? F3. F3 helps him do what he wants to do regardless. And after knight takes, you go e4. Okay, the bishop is now staring at a brick wall. And what's the plan? Is it to jump? Like, I'm thinking it has to do with knight maneuvers. Bishop will come in here. Create problems. Make it difficult for black to try and challenge the rook on this file. But I think he made an okay decision. Maybe not, because he's really racing to win this guy, and he believes his bishop is bad. I mean, by pawn structure, maybe, but that's what he believes. F3. He does play F3, but in a different move order. I think his plan is that once he plays e4, he has knight c2 to b4, winning back the pawn. And now you have a 2-on-1 versus a 4-on-4, and this should be technically good for white. Maybe that's what he's planning. So do we stop? No, we can't stop it with this. Do we first play this move? If you first play this move, your opponent has to make a decision, and he can't jump in here simply because of this. So the only way is forwards. Interesting. Interesting. Let's continue with Akwanda's game. Yeah, he went for this line, which is what I normally play. And this is when Brandon came on. After b5, he goes here, and we're talking about knight jumping in here. That's if white had played, for example, bishop to d3, knight jumps in here. And he mentioned this interesting line I did not really consider. Here, king comes in here, you bring this back, and you want to trap the bishop, so you would play something like this. And if bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes, he was arguing here that white has an okay position, despite losing the piece. Well, I mean, if I was playing as black, I'd be a little bit scared, because you don't really have a solid structure here as black. So I was looking at maybe defending this way, but you don't really have a solid structure to defend here as black. You don't. Engine is saying black is better, but unless I see the engine lines, how does black make lemons out of this lemonade? Whoa, how does black make lemonade out of these lemons? How did I switch that up? Oh, goodness. Yeah, but that's not what we got, sorry. We rather had bishop to b7. Okay, knight e4, queen b6. Knight e5, takes, bishop takes, obviously. F3 could be played, but we get knight to b4. That's really necessary. Like, this is a one move threat. Like, what do you need? Do you want to play this? Is that what he wants to play? Well, you could have always gone rook to c1 first, rook a c1 first. Then go knight here, so that if the queen does what it just did, you automatically have this. But now you don't really have that move. Wait, are we repeating? We can just go knight d5, but then we get hit with this. Okay, rook. Oh yeah, the queen is hanging, sorry. Queen to c2. But then it just comes back, right? So how about just here, like queen here? I mean, I'm sure he's going to go back. Whoa, Clinton's opponent is really spending time. We are just on move 3 and his opponent has spent so much time. Move 8, sorry. I think the sacrifice is viable here. Not viable? It feels like it should be. It feels like it should be. Okay, let's see what the engine says about that line. G5. Goes what? Knight takes h5. H takes, bishop takes. C takes. Castle's queenside. Pawn takes. Rook to d3, ignoring. If you take here, it's an umbrella pawn. We'll keep it. Queen takes. Oh, queen takes is a fork. Of course, this can be done, but then the move is rook to g3. And this would actually be very interesting to see. Because to move your king, I think maybe you'd have to go, because if you go here, you're still in a pin. So maybe you want to go something like here. Maybe you risk it because you want to bring the rook in or something. But here, maybe. And I was thinking of this move with bishop here, if that was what would work. No, rook h3. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, so the sacrifice is not something I think you easily see, especially when your knight is hanging. So here we just get knight takes. Knight takes d4, d5, and the game goes on from here. Can you risk something here? Wondering if this is playable. I mean, you don't want to play this, right? Because you're just putting yourself in danger. Because you have like 9 ticks here, which weakens the position even more. What? Okay, d5. We did get d5. I feel like Clinton is going to win a game against the big person. I feel like Clinton is going to. I mean, we have 11 rounds. I feel like Clinton is going to win a big game with how he played the last game. That's just how I feel. For some strange reason. Okay. Wait a second. Pawn takes. Pawn takes. Ah, wait, this pin still exists. I think about pawn takes allows knight to jump in here to target this. Give me a second. Mm-hmm. This is really annoying. So e6 makes sense. I just hate the fact that your opponent takes and you can't actually take it and use this. Okay. Did we ever have h4? Because I mean, I'm still looking. The queen and the rook could really do some damage here. h4? I don't know. We have to deal with this first. So maybe this first. Takes, and then maybe you go h4 at some point. But who are you guys expecting to win? Or who are you expecting, or which country are you rooting for? I don't know. Sorry. Wait, do we have a move? Okay. Flight code, sorry. Okay. Let's look at the last game and then we'll move on to the female section. Actually, it's been an hour and a half and we've not even looked at a single female game. Here, a Petrov was being played. A Petrov was being played here, but as always, I don't understand the Petrov. Wait. He does play it. Wait, what? Is this the same game? Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. No, this is not a frame from Smart. Yeah, let me reload this page. Yeah, there's a problem with my internet. Yeah. Either that or there's something wrong with leeches. Wait, what? Let's see if it's working. Now I'm facing some error here. I don't know if this error is from me or if this error is from, because the names are changing but the board isn't changing. My internet seems to be fine. Yeah, there's a problem somewhere. What's going on? Could it be my internet? What's happening? What's happening? Let me open the leeches live stream. Sorry. Nah, something's wrong. Yeah, I think they are also facing the same issue. Yeah, leeches is actually down. So let's quickly do this. Give me a second. Chess.com is a little bit some weight, but we'll figure it out. Okay, let's go. Hey Dashan, what's up? I think leeches is down. Yeah, leeches is down, so I'm gonna switch to chess. Good to see you. Oh, so the chat is actually working. I was wondering because I wasn't seeing anyone chatting. Yeah, but the chat is working. That's cool. I think they can't handle the huge number of people on their server. But it's taking me to Twitch now. Give me a second. I'm working behind the screens. Rip leeches, yeah. I thought it was just me because I've had bad internet the whole day today. But for the first time, an internet problem is not me. Imagine how to be being an only leeches streamer. How would you continue? Because going to chess.com would be problematic for you. Better good to see you as well. Didn't know you were lurking. Chess.com is a little bit harder sometimes. Let's go Hasford. You're always lurking. Oh, that's good to know. Let me just type Ghana. Licious is still not back. Okay, so chess.com is still working. In a second. And oh boy. I jumped onto chess.com and then this happens. Anyways.